Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. So we have arrived in Zanarkand. This place is pretty depressing, but, you know, what are you going to do? So I'm not sure, what am I doing up here? I must have been looking for something or yeah, I don't know if I'd say even exploring. There's nothing up there. Spoiler alert. But, alright, so yeah, obviously, you know, it's our ruins. It's just as, you know, the denizens of Spira have warned us all along that Zanarkand is indeed in ruins. There's a fortune sphere. Probably, you know, hang on to that. I suppose if you're next to a luck node, you can use that, but I definitely recommend only using it if it's a luck +4.
Looks like the far plane.
Close enough.
Yeah, this place does look like the far plane. I don't know, I think it looks really cool, I'll be honest. But yeah, as I was saying there, you know, if you're going to use that fortune sphere, make sure it's a luck +4. Those fortune spheres are worth their weight in gold. I'm actually just in the process of kind of maxing out my sphere grid, and my god, I forgot how much of a grind it is. It's real bad. The worst part is indeed those farming the fortune spheres. It just takes so long. But I got a spiritual targ there. I'm not sure what that was. It's funny. I don't think you know, the majority of the armor and weapons, honestly, in the game, are just not really interesting to me. But oh, it looks like I did still have the peaceful shield, so the no encounters on my shield there. I was wondering why I wasn't getting into any random encounters, and that's why.
Journeyer of the long road, name yourself.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. Very good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yunalesca will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes. If it might benefit the future of Spira, I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spira of sin. What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic sphere. People's thoughts remain here forever.
That's such a cool concept where, you know, people's thoughts remain in an area, and yeah, I suppose whoever's traveling through it can see those or experience those memories. Anyways, all right. So I'm honestly not sure why I took my no encounters armor off here. I guess maybe to show the enemies that are here, though. yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that interesting here. I suppose if you want to try to get a hold of some candles of life and some purifying salt, the candle of lives are used to put either zombie strike on weapons or zombie proof on the armor. It's kind of funny. There actually is a boss coming up that that would actually be at least somewhat useful for, but also not at the same time, because in some way you actually kind of want to be turned into a zombie for that. So yeah, not all that great. But again, also I suppose if you haven't come across a no encounters armor or didn't take the time to farm it, I suppose you can always try to steal from basically the undead or the fallen monks in the area. I don't think we've actually run into one of those quite yet, but we'll see here in a second. But yeah, so if you want to try to get a hold of no encounters, then you can try for that. The problem, though, as it was in Bavel, is it's actually the purifying salt is the rare steel, and so you really want to have the Master Thief ability on one of your pieces of armor. I think I made Riku a piece of armor at some point, although I don't actually know if I had that yet. I don't think I did, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, that may be more of a return trip type of deal, maybe. But again, I still don't think that that's the best way to do that. I really do think that the best way is to just capture a ghost in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, and then just fight ghosts back to back in the monster arena. But anyways, there's a couple of treasure chests in this area as well, and so they're kind of sort of hidden. So we'll have to get those. Let me just see here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there's a chest with 10,000 gil. That's kind of interesting to get. Let's just see here. Where are we at? And we're getting level 3 key spheres. Okay, those are kind of useful. Here we've got a little cutscene here coming up as well. Did I just run from these? Nope, I didn't. Okay. I thought I just ran from these, but I guess not. I like that these look kind of old, like they've been here for a while.
No! Mother, no! I don't want you to become a Fade! There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you. I don't care about them! I need you, Mother! No one else! I don't have much time left.
Hey, wasn't that...
Seymour?
All right, so yeah, I never thought about it before, but that's a little bit of a hint as far as where Anima is located. I was just when I came through here and took this footage, I was thinking to myself, why would Seymour and his mother's thoughts be kept here? And then it dawned on me, because they were here. And yeah, well, I suppose that it's not exactly a secret then. She turned herself into a faith, or underwent some sort of rites to be turned into a faith, and thus she is the soul that basically summons Anima, which yeah, I don't know, really cool concept too. And she essentially sacrifices herself to give Seymour the power to defeat sin, which and then the rationale behind it was just so that people would accept him. And yeah, I think there's a certain amount of respect there for somebody that would be willing to sacrifice herself for a son. Yeah, unfortunately, that led to him becoming a power-hungry monster. But anyways, so that there was the a couple of the fallen monks there. Those were the flamethrower guys. Again, those ones we can if you want to steal purifying salts rarely.
Hey, Braska. You don't have to do this.
Thank you for your concern.
Fine, I said my piece.
Well, I haven't. Lord Braska, let us go back. I don't want to see you die. You knew this was to happen, my friend. Yes, but I cannot accept it. Oren, I am honored that you care for me so. But I have come to kill grief itself. I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering Spira. Please understand, Oren.
I like that this scene that scene was a really good like juxtaposition between Oren when he was younger and Oren as he is now, because Oren pushes so hard for Yuna to continue on, and I think it's because he does indeed want to change things. And he knows, with the knowledge that he's armed with, that there may be, I guess, maybe a way to do that.
Are the trials ahead?
Probably.
Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, parades and fireworks.
You can ask for them after I defeat sin.
I just realized that Jack's he's really got a thing for parades and fireworks. I think that's the second time we've seen him mention that. But all right, so now we're coming up on the Cloister of Trials. If you can, I suppose you can call it that. I guess, sort of. We're actually not able to complete it fully quite yet. That'll be the spoiler alert. There's going to be a return trip to Zanarkand that we will have to, I guess, fully complete it, which is a little strange. Up to this point, we've been able to essentially get everything that we possibly could, but not this time around, unfortunately. So. Up on the screen there, it shows you the shapes that we need to activate to open up the door. And if you notice that I stepped on the wrong one, I was actually trying to figure out what the heck I did right there. And it was because I stepped on two of the straight, the yellow lines, I guess. So I messed that up. So I had to restart and redo it. There we are. Got that time around. It really helps to have a good guide to where the shapes are at, because again, it can be I know the first time I ever did this, I had no idea what was going on, and it took a long time to realize that, or just trial and error, trying to figure out exactly which shapes were where, and so that. That made this a little bit more challenging, but all right, what are we doing here? Okay, yeah. So the thing that I missed here is we have to push these pedestals from the first room. So after you complete the initial puzzle, or whatever, however you want to say that, basically these shapes or these pedestals come from the sides, and you have to push them up against the wall. I don't think all 6 of them can be used quite yet. I think it's only 4. And I can't remember which ones. I feel like maybe it's both of the ones on the center or in the center can't be used quite yet, but we'll come back later on to take care of those. But all right, so this is the upper left, or I guess this would be like the north. Like if you're looking at that room, it's the Northwestern Puzzle, and that opens these. Also, I messed up the first time I did this. I did the first four, or I did the four puzzles, and then I was like, well, man, if something happens, because I knew that there was a boss fight coming up. I was like, if something happens, I don't want to have to, redo all of this. So I'll go out and save. Yep, bad move. If you don't go far enough or do enough of this, the whole thing resets. And I know I've made that mistake more than once even. So, maybe one of these times when I go through Final Fantasy X, I will remember to not do that. But I can assure you it was not this playthrough. And the time, I feel like the clock is ticking, and I'm not. I feel like my memory isn't what it used to be. So that ship, the ship of not forgetting, has sailed, is my guess. So hopefully, maybe this will just be my last time playing through Final Fantasy X. I always feel like when I do a playthrough, then at least it's been the case for a couple of the games I've played, where I feel like I do the walkthrough and I just play so thoroughly that I feel there's a lot of times where I just feel like I probably won't ever play the game again. But now this game has shattered that. Actually, no, I take that back. You know what? My Final Fantasy VI playthrough shattered that rule, or that theory, however you want to say it. I did a dual commentary with my buddy for Final Fantasy VI, and that was years and years ago. And then of course they came out with the Pixel Remaster, and one of my other friends had mentioned that for a time there was if you're familiar with the game, there was a point where you could actually run away from the encounters on the minecart ride. And it really changed things for the low-level and perfect stats type game. And so, of course, then I had to play. That roped me into it, because that was one of my favorite games of all time. It was actually the very first RPG I had ever played. And so, I got really excited about that. And, that got me motivated enough to play it, which, again, is a little weird. And then, of course, I went back and looked at my Final Fantasy X videos, and I hated them. They're still up right now, and I've been considering just deleting them because I really hate the audio. But yeah, we'll see if I end up doing that. Anyways, yeah, well, I'm sorry for a bit of a tangent, but there's not that much going around. It's just me stomping through these rooms back and forth, trying to do these puzzles. They're not particularly difficult, but it's more, again, if you're not looking at a map of where the shapes are at, it's really more of a memory game of where the specific shapes are found. It's kind of I'm not gonna lie, I think it's kind of a cool concept. I don't know though, this one, it doesn't feel as fun as some of the other Cloisters have felt. This is, again, like specifically just a kind of a memory game, whereas the other Cloisters were more about I don't know, I guess they just felt different, right? But all right, so that's 4. Now we actually need to go into the other. It took me a little while to figure this out. I think we have to take those spheres out of the sides here. So there's the blue one is on the right-hand side, and then there's a red one on the left-hand side. And we actually need to take those out and put them into the pedestals there that are left over. And again, it took me a little while to remember that. So, all right, let's grab this. Okay, yeah, so this is a Kilika sphere. And, of course, that puts the lights out, which makes it kind of funny. I like seeing the little red light, or sphere. All right, so that lights up our fifth one, I suppose. And then we'll have to go back into the room, or to the other room, and grab that sphere out of the right side of the monitor. So there's the Besaid sphere. And yeah, I don't know, that looks really cool. And all right, yeah, so we'll put that on the, so I guess this one's going on the center, on the eastern side. And that's all 6. So at that point, we're ready to do the boss battle, but we're going to do that in the next video. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.